Ronnie Dean Coleman was born on May 13, 1964, in Monroe, Louisiana, USA. Raised in a working-class family, Coleman was one of 5 children. From a young age, he was involved in various sports, showing a natural athleticism, although initially focused on football, where he played as a middle linebacker at Grambling State University. It was in weightlifting that Coleman would find his true passion. At Grambling State, Coleman earned a degree in accounting, but it was his time on the football field that first introduced him to weight training. His training regimen as a football player sparked an interest in bodybuilding. But it wasn't until he graduated from college that he decided to pursue bodybuilding seriously. Coleman's early lifting sessions were driven by his desire to improve his strength and conditioning for football. But he quickly realized that his body responded exceptionally well to weight training, and he began to shift his focus entirely to bodybuilding. In 1989, after years of intense training, Coleman entered his first bodybuilding competition, the Mr. Texas contest, where he placed second. This early success encouraged him to continue in the sport, and he moved to Arlington, Texas, to train under the guidance of renowned bodybuilder Chad Nichols. Coleman began to build a reputation for himself with his impressive size, symmetry, and dedication to training. By 1992, he was competing at the professional level, with hopes of making a name for himself in the highly competitive world of bodybuilding. Career peak. Reaching the top. Ronnie Coleman's breakthrough moment in bodybuilding came when he entered the prestigious Mr. Olympia competition, which is the most sought-after title in the sport. However, his journey to the top was not without its challenges. Coleman initially struggled to break into the elite ranks, but his dedication, discipline, and relentless pursuit of perfection eventually paid off. After competing in various competitions throughout the early 1990s, Coleman began to make a name for himself. His breakthrough came in 1998, when he won his first Mr. Olympia title. This victory marked the beginning of an unprecedented reign in bodybuilding. Coleman's physique was unparalleled. His size, muscle definition, and conditioning were unlike anything the sport had seen before. His combination of sheer size and symmetry set him apart from his competitors and made him the athlete to beat in future contests. The years following 1998 would solidify Ronnie Coleman's legacy in bodybuilding. He went on to win Mr. Olympia a total of 8 consecutive times. From 1998 to 2005. This remarkable streak tied the all-time record for most Mr. Olympia victories, a feat previously accomplished only by Lee Haney. Coleman's dominance during this period was unmatched, and he became a true icon in the world of bodybuilding. Coleman's reign was marked by his near-superhuman physique. Standing at 5 feet 11 inches, 180 centimeters, and weighing around 300 pounds, 136 kg, during competition, his muscle mass and overall size were unparalleled. His conditioning, especially his ability to maintain low body fat levels despite his immense size, set a new standard in bodybuilding. His signature moves, like the deadlift and squats, were performed with extraordinary weights, showcasing his strength and dedication to his craft. Main achievements. Ronnie Coleman's career is filled with incredible achievements that have solidified his place as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. His accomplishments extend far beyond the Mr. Olympia stage, and his impact on the sport of bodybuilding has left a lasting legacy. Mr. Olympia titles: 8-time Mr. Olympia champion. 1998 2005. Coleman's victory streak in the Mr. Olympia competition remains one of the greatest feats in bodybuilding history. His consistency at the highest level of competition, year after year, set a new standard for excellence in the sport. Professional bodybuilding titles: IFBB Grand Prix victories. Coleman won numerous International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness, IFBB, Grand Prix events, cementing his dominance in professional bodybuilding throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. Arnold Classic. Although he never won the prestigious Arnold Classic, due to the sheer dominance of other top competitors during his prime, Coleman's career still included victories in smaller but highly competitive events, showcasing his versatility and skill. World Record Lifter Deadlift. Coleman set a personal record in the deadlift with a lift of over 800 pounds, 362 kilos, demonstrating his incredible strength and lifting prowess. Squats. His squatting abilities were legendary, with Ronnie often performing 800-pound squats in training, making him one of the strongest bodybuilders in history. Influence on the sport. Coleman was instrumental in shifting the focus of bodybuilding toward sheer size, muscularity, and conditioning. His size became the new standard in bodybuilding, and his work ethic in the gym became legendary. He inspired countless young bodybuilders to push the limits of their physiques, emphasizing both size and symmetry. Challenges and setbacks. Despite his unparalleled success, Ronnie Coleman's career was not without obstacles. As his physique grew larger and more muscular, the physical toll on his body became evident. The strain from lifting extremely heavy weights, combined with his intense training regimen, led to numerous injuries throughout his career. By the end of his reign as Mr. Olympia, Coleman had undergone multiple surgeries, particularly on his back and hips, which significantly impacted his mobility. In particular, Coleman's approach to heavy lifting during his training, including squats and deadlifts, put immense strain on his joints and spine. These intense sessions, while contributing to his strength and size, also led to chronic pain and the need for surgical interventions. Despite his setbacks, Coleman remained a symbol of strength and resilience, continuing to train and inspire others even as his body began to show signs of wear. Another challenge came after his 2005 Mr. Olympia victory, when he faced increasing competition from a new wave of bodybuilders, including Jay Cutler and Phil Heath, who began to challenge his reign. Coleman's dominance was slowly waning as the competition evolved, but he remained a top contender until his retirement.